Okay, so let me quickly show you how to upload newspaper publication to CAC, and I want to believe that it is those of you that are presently trying to register your NGO with the CAC that will mostly be interested in this video. And it is not only NGO applications that you need to submit newspaper publication for. You need to know that, okay? But then it is the most popular, and it's about the only pre-incorporation application that will require that you submit a newspaper. Meanwhile, if you want me to help you carry out any of your registrations, your NGO, business, post-incorporation, annual returns, whichever it is, or you want to register other compliances like SCOMEL, like export license, or you have queries that you have been battling with, you can always reach out to me using the contact detail in the video description. Also, if you want us to partner on anything, you can also discuss your idea with me. And also, I run a pre-incorporation and a post-incorporation training for those of you that want to use CAC registration to make money, or you're already an agent but you want to either learn from an expert, or maybe you just need to be in that community where you know what's going on, you can ask questions and get your issues solved without stress. Because if you come to my DM, many of the complaint that you may have, I might be charging you depending on what you came with. But if you're in that masterclass, you get free help anytime you need it. So if you want to be there, you can always also reach out to me using the details in the video description, or you can just join automatically from seller. I will leave all the link in the video description. So let's get to this video and let me explain to you how to do your newspaper publication. Now, when you're registering with the CAC for your NGO, you should know that there are two stages that you need to undergo. The first is the consent stage, while the second is the final registration and submission. Okay, for the consent stage, you're going to be paying about 5,000 naira. And then when you conclude that first stage and you submit and CAC approves it, then that is when you will need to carry out your newspaper publication. So once they approve it, that means the name is now ready to be used. So you can go ahead and do your publication with any two national newspaper of your choice. If you want me to also help you do the publication, you can also reach out to me, but you can use any newspaper of your choice. And there's a template that you should use. I think the newspaper house should be able to tell you how you should write out that publication notice. So once you do that, most times in 24, 48 hours, that publication will be out. Now, once that publication is out, you want to start counting a minimum of a 28 days period. While you just be counting, you are not doing anything, you're not going to CAC portal to do anything, you're just counting 28 days. So that means for that 28 days, you're not doing anything. And that's one of the reasons why NGO registrations usually take a longer time than other type of registration, because that 1 month, you're not even doing anything. So the reason why you have to wait for that 28 days minimum is because CAC required that you should publicize that name that you want to register on the public domain, and then people should be able to object against what you want to register. If they feel so, of course, they will reach out to CAC and present their reasons. But of course, most times, nobody will do that. But after 28 days now, yes, you are legally permitted to go ahead and conclude that registration. Now, one of the mistakes you can make is that once CAC approve the first stage, which is the consent stage, you just go ahead and do your publication and then you submit. No, it's going to be queried. You have to wait for that period, like I explained. Okay, so once your paper is out, this is the next thing you need to do. Now, you should know the pages where your publication appears on that paper. Okay, so let me give you an example. Okay, so this is a folder where sometimes I keep some of the newspaper that I'm working on. So if you look at this, for example, you can see here that I indicate that this particular one is on page 2. So if I open the newspaper, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so what I want to do now is that I want to go ahead and check the page 2, because that is where the name that I want to register is publicized on this particular paper. So you can see here is it. So what I want to do here is to identify that particular public notice. Okay, so let's assume that this first one is what I want to work on. what I will do is simple. All right. Now, depending on the app you're using, depending if you're using a phone or a laptop or a tablet, it depends on what you're doing. For me, I like doing a screenshot. So what I can do, for example, if I'm on my laptop, is that I'll just screenshot this particular page, as you can see here. So now you can see, first of all, you must make sure that the page number is showing. You must make sure that the name of the newspaper is showing, and you must make sure that the date of publication is also showing. If all of these are not showing, it is not going to be accepted. So once I do this, I'll just pick this. Now I can decide to mark out the particular public notice that is mine, so that CAC can easily notice. Have you seen what I've just done? It's as simple as this. So once I've done this, of course, I'm going to save it somewhere. Okay, remember we had to do it with 2 papers. So I'll go to the second paper and just repeat exactly the same thing. Now, once I've done it for the first paper, I've done it for the second paper. The next thing I want to do is that I want to make sure that the first paper and the second paper that I just did a screenshot for now appear on the same document. So I like using Canva. Like I said, you are permitted to use any tool that you think you can work with. For me, I love using Canva. Okay, so here I am at Canva. So all I need to do is just open a brand new canvas, and then I'm going to upload the newspaper I just worked on. You can see this is like the first. I'm going to paste it on page 1, and then I'm going to open another page. You can always duplicate or add a new page if you're on Canva, and then I'll go to the next, and then I paste the second newspaper, as you can see here. So what it means is that once I download these 2 files, it's going to come up as a single PDF file, but the 2 papers, they are in that one document. You don't want to separate them, because when you want to upload this to CAC, they won't give you 2 pages to do it. Okay, so you name it, and then if you want to save it, you want to make sure that you save it as a PDF file. Okay, as a PDF file. That's the only one that will work. Okay, so that's all you need to do. Just download it. Once you download it, the document is going to be saved, and then you can now go ahead to CAC Portal, and then you want to upload it. All right, so this is what your publication page look like. All you need to do is just to fill in the first publication. You can see you are going to enter the date, you're going to enter the newspaper, and then you're going to enter the particular page where that your publication is found. You're going to do it for the first paper. You're going to do it for the second paper. Okay, and then once you're good and submitted the right information, you just click on save and continue. Then it takes you to the upload page, and like I said, in addition to every other document that you are uploading, you upload it as that single PDF file that you got. And once you do that, you submit, and then you're good to go. So it's as simple as this. This is what it takes. Like I said, if you want me to help you with any of this, or you want to make money by being trained as a CAC agent, both in post-incorporation or pre-incorporation, always reach out to me. My contact details is in the video description, and I'll be willing to help you. Please like this video and help me share it. And also, if you're an unsubscribed visitor and you want to get more business and make money online update like this one, you want to hit the subscribe button and turn on the alert bell so that YouTube can notify you when I release new videos. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.